first arrived in Ireland, a lot of people asked me where I was from, and when I said Myanmar, most of them didn't know where that was. So I explained it's a country in Southeast Asia, and its neighboring countries are Thailand, China, and India. People recognize those countries, but not mine, and they had no idea what's been happening there. Hi, my name is Tulip. This is my story. I am originally from Myanmar, and I've been living in Ireland for more than 3 years now. The reason I'm here is because of the military coup that happened in my country. In November 2020, Myanmar held a general election. The opposition party, the NLD, won by a landslide, while the military-backed party lost badly. They were not happy with the result. Then, on the 1st of February 2021, when the newly elected parliament was about to resume, General Min Aung Hlaing and the military took control. They detained many political leaders, including President Win Myint and State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi. Just a few days after the coup, protests started breaking out across the country. People took to the streets, demanding the military respect their votes, abolish the 2008 constitution, restore democracy, and build a federal democratic system. At that time, I was working as a broadcast journalist with an independent media outlet called TVB based in Yangon. I went out to cover the protests, spoke with many young people, what we call Generation Z, and asked them why they were protesting, what kind of impact they hoped to make, and what outcome they wanted. Even though many of these young people didn't fully understand politics, they still took part in the protests. Some of them had voted for the first time in the 2020 election, and they were really wanted their vote to be counted for the sake of country's future. But around 2 weeks into the protests, things started to change. The military began cracking down hard, arresting peaceful protesters, torturing them, and in some cases even killing people. The peaceful demonstrations slowly changed into more intense resistance and eventually into armed conflict in some areas. During this time, many journalists were also arrested. The military wanted to cut off the flow of information and hide the human rights abuses, both from people inside Myanmar and from the international communities. Unfortunately, about a month after the coup, the military junta revoked the broadcast license of the media outlet I was working with. That meant it became illegal for us to report and broadcast from the ground. But our CEO made decision to keep broadcasting from both inside and outside of the country because we believe the media play a vital role, especially in this time of crisis. People deserve to know what's happening. After that, our media team started operating both underground and from exile.
မင်္ဂလာပါလူငယ်အတန်စီစဉ်အကျိုးဆိုပါရစေဒီနေ့လူငယ်အတန်စီစဉ်မှာတော့လူငယ်တွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးကောင်းတို့ရရသတင်းတွေလူငယ်တွေထဲကလူငယ်တို့ဘဝတွေလူငယ်တွေရဲ့အမြင်တွေကိုစူးစီးတင်ဆက်ပေးမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ရှုစားကြည့်ရအောင်နော်
In my own neighborhood, many people knew I worked for the media and there were lots of informers around. I started to fear of my own safety. I didn't want to be arrested or tortured. Because in Myanmar, we have a long history of journalists being arrested or even killed for their work. I didn't want that happen to me. What I was thinking at that time was, if I still alive and free, I can still help my country in other ways. That's why I escaped from Yangon and went to the Thai-Burma border. But the situation there got even more intense, and it became impossible to continue my journalism work. So I made the decision to flee into Thailand illegally. While I was there, I continued working for the same media outlet. I interviewed many young people and youth leaders online and ran a youth program using digital platforms. But life in Thailand wasn't secure. I didn't have proper document and felt at risk. So I reached out to UNHCR Thailand. I explained everything that I have been through and my current situation. A few months later, they replied and told me that the Irish government was willing to help me find refuge in Ireland. That's how I ended up here. Personally, I face a few challenges. The first is the language barrier. English is my second language, and even though I've been learning it since I was young, we didn't really have a chance to use it in everyday life back home. So it's hard sometimes to express myself fluently. The second challenge is dealing with government paperwork, like applying for a resident card. The system here is quite different from what I'm used to. That makes the process more difficult. As for my career, although I have 14 years of experience as a broadcast journalist, I haven't been able to apply that here because all of that experience is from another country and in a different language. I think employers may not fully trust my capability, but I'm not giving up. I believe there is a place for me here where I can contribute meaningfully with the skills I already have.